Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new podcast from the TTV channel. I'm LJ.
I am Meso.
I am Tenebrae Invictus.
I am the XX Dreamer.
I am Starbreaker.
I'm Leo.
And today we're looking at a brand new show from the LEGO Group. This is MonkieCast.
Hey, let's get down.
Can't see, but I'm dancing.
So let's
Aw,
get
yeah.
into some monkey business, guys.
Monkey business time.
About to go bananas for the second time.
Alright, so that was definitely... So, two things. First, we're going to have to edit that, so the live chat is not going to be present for this recording. I apologize to everyone for that in the YouTube live chat. But unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties, and it just did not go the way I wanted it to. And so when I started it, I was anticipating more technical difficulties when I shouldn't have. And it got goofed. 2, you guys are awful at following directions. Like, the worst.
To be fair, you started
me?
the intro too early, which meant you were gonna finish and there was gonna be dead air before the drop.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
No.
music.
For like a few seconds, and then you guys start talking during the part that's no talking. And it was
I
incredibly,
wasn't talking.
awesomely, completely, exactly what I did not want. But that's okay. You know what?
Our plan won't work
first-
until we edit. We have to edit. LJ. We have to trim the music.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
We'll
Yes.
figure it out. We're here, you know.
Nah,
we
I'll
got,
figure it
we
out.
got podcast here, talking about some stuff. You know, it's all going down.
It's all right. I'll bring our quality back up a little bit. It's cool. It's on my shoulders.
Oh, I figured an actual music man would be doing the editing.
I mean, sure. Hey, music guys! Hey, music guys that are still invested in the channel. Hey, can you come and help us? Oh yeah, they're dead.
I wonder what happened to him. But anyway, all right. This show, you know, how do we do this? Do we talk about the intro to the show?
So-
To start, we hit him with some plugs.
Yeah,
You got some
another
plugs?
one of my
Oh,
responsibilities.
yeah, we need those too.
So, yes.
Gotta have dinner, you know.
Before we
LJ's
get...
bringing the extra sodium today.
Yeah, well... Yep.
So it makes for a nice diet.
So, before we get started, if you're interested in having part in any of the conversations we have online, head on over to TTV message boards at board.ttvchannel.com. It's a good time. You have to be 13 years or older and follow the rules. So go ahead and check that out. We have a cannon contest that's wrapping up in the next couple of days, or at least the entry portion for Toa Hellrix for the Bionicle franchise. Then head on over to Patreon, patreon.com/TTV channel, lowest $1 a month. You can join our Discord server as well as our Minecraft server, which has the island of Matnui and Voinui with more to come. Additionally, head on over to Twitter at the TTV channel, as well as all of our individual ones. And that's about all I'm going to do now. I think those are all the plugs for the time being.
You would be correct.
There is...
All right. All right.
Who's it? There is... What is it? Brick Cup? Biocup. But I haven't been keeping up with that because I've been too busy with everything.
Aren't we all?
Yes. So, yeah. All right.
This is exciting. This is much overdue.
Yes.
This is
It is.
a bit of an unknown situation because for any of you who remember Legends of Chima, we're in a very similar state back then as we are now because the pilots have debuted, but we don't actually know when or if this will actually go to full series, if it's going to go the Chima or Ninjago route, if it's going to go the Hero Factory route, where they only do like 1 or 2 episodes per set wave. We really have no clue what's going to happen with this So I was kind of hoping we would learn more details by the time we got around to doing the podcast, so we could actually like tell you guys what to expect. Maybe actually plan if it's going to be a regular podcast. But at the
I mean,
moment,
listen, guys, taper your expectations. It could be a regular podcast, and we're going to do one episode a month.
oh my god,
So, just
Well, it depends on
watch
how the
them.
episodes come out, you know?
LJ. Take a chill pill. If you don't have a chill pill, take a chill strip. Put it on your mouth. Chill.
I haven't heard that one in a while. But yeah,
But I have heard
I know
podcasts out
something
here
that'll
in a
make
while.
you chill, LJ. I got you, man. Don't worry.
thanks,
Speaking
man.
of chill, it is slowly climbing to 80 degrees in my bedroom
That
because
is
I
not
will not
chill.
be running the AC during
That's
our
really not
during
chill.
our podcast because
Why?
it will be very loud.
Thank you
So,
for your
Trust me when I
sacrifice.
say
would
you
be
do
very
not want
loud.
you do
Listen.
not want the background noise.
Zach,
Don't
don't worry
played
about
with some
it.
people.
We already have background noise. Just kick it on. That's cool.
swear to
If
God.
we wanted to
This
get rid of
energy?
it, you know, we'd edit
Do
the
you
audio
wanna-
in post. You're good.
Do you want to honestly hear what it sounds like?
No,
Go
I
for
don't.
it.
I don't.
Thank
No,
you.
I want to hear the sweet sound of Monkey Kid discussion.
Yes,
Go.
thank you.
Yeah,
Let
that's
us-
what's good.
let us
I was
come in for a
making
minute.
some kind of a point, but it got so woefully derailed. I'll just forget about it. Let's
We
just
were
talk
talking
about the
about
episode.
fans.
All right. So it's been oh goodness, a month since we saw this episode. So I mean, I'm gonna.
I saw it like a week or two ago, I feel.
I rewatched it last night.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no, I did not. So first two episodes of Monkey Kid tells a story of the Monkey King versus the Demon Bowl King. They do the fighting. The Monkey King wins. And then we cut to modern day, wherever this is. I'm not really sure. We meet our protagonist,
It's Monkey
MK.
City.
Huh?
It's Monkey City.
Is that really what they call it?
Does it really? Do they call it Monkey
No.
City?
I'm just joking, but probably.
Thank you.
Wow, that'd be so fitting. Lego doing that? That's crazy.
So we're
Yeah,
introduced to our
atrocity.
protagonist, MK, and the other protagonists, the supporting crew, whose names I don't remember, because it's been over a month. And one of them tells the story of the Monkey King to MK, and Monkey Kid. Oh, no. The guy with the red sash bandana thing is like super stoked. Man, I want to be the Monkey King kid guy. But anyway, he's a delivery driver for food, so he jumps in his vehicle and he takes off and he goes somewhere, I guess the wrong way, I'm not really sure, and he ends up finding the evil people and they're trying to get the Monkey King's staff, and they get the Monkey King's staff, and then the Demon Bowl King is like, I'm here again, and then Monkey Kid is like, thanks for the staff, and splits. And a chase ensues, and then Monkey Kid, MK's sister, is like, I'm here now. How's it going? I'm a Power Ranger. And Monkey Kid is like, hey, thanks. And so they're all back
Wait.
together again, and Monkey Kid is like, hey, this is the stick. Isn't it cool? We gotta get it to here so we can bring back the Monkey King. Meanwhile, shoe shopping. Meanwhile, they're going on an adventure. They meet up with their friend, Blue Man, whose name I also can't remember, and they get on a ship, and they go across the ocean. And then they end up at a fiery location with volcanoes and lava and evil scary lady who takes the stick. And Monkey Kid is flicked away. So meanwhile, still, Demon Bowl King is like, I like this stick. I'm going to absorb it and become super strong. And he does. And he becomes the big $120 set. And he starts ravaging everything. Meanwhile, Monkey Kid is over on Monkey King Island doing Monkey Kid King Thing Sings. And he meets Goku. And Goku's like, hey, I want you to be the next Goku. Goku 2. And Goku 2 is like, all right, I'll be Goku 2. And he gets away from the island, and he meets up with his friends who are all trying to fight the Demon Bowl King. And the Demon Bowl King is like, you guys suck. And then Goku 2 is like, I'm here now. Let's fight. And a fight ensues. And Goku 2 is like, I'm going to go Super Saiyan 5. And he does. And an awesome fight ensues. And guess what? Goku 2 wins because he has a giant Goku Meku.
Oh my gosh.
And he punches the planet. because he punches the Demon Bowl King so hard, the Demon Bowl King's like, all right, I'm out of here before we end up with a Chima situation and end the entire premise of the show before the first 2 episodes are even over. And he leaves, leaving us with kind of a cliffhanger, but kind of a, ooh, where will they go next? And that is the end of the first 2 episodes of Monkie Kid.
Now we have radio.
So what's like a short, concrete summary then of what Monkie Kid is about for those who don't know, better than like a text-to-speech run through of the episode?
Yeah, if that's your recap of Monkey Kid, I really want to hear a recap of Bionicle from you now.
Oh, boy.
Oh, you can remember.
The
You can
robot
remember
rushes
that.
up
though.
on the
I think you
beach.
can remember
It's being
Bionicle.
constructed. It walks across the beach. Yeah.
Wannabe Monkey King ends up being real Monkey King. The end.
Essentially.
I
Hey,
really like the intro, honestly. The intro is really nice.
Best
It
friends
has
end
a
up
lot-
echoing heroes of the past, and they end up becoming the new chosen team of Let's Go Kill Bad Guys.
I mean, I've never read
not
Journey to the
kill.
West, which is what that's based
kill.
on. But I believe it's meant to be like a direct sequel, to the point where it's heavily implied that the characters that are in this show and the supporting cast, like Sandy and like Pigsy, were part of Monkey King's like team back during the day, which I don't know how I feel
Yeah,
about. They
I-
never really say one way or the other.
No, I think I don't understand where this stemmed from, other than they look similar, but that's not the impression I got at all. The impression I always got was that they're descendants. Because Pigsy doesn't look anything like old Pigsy.
He's just wearing an outfit then. But he mentioned specifically how he remembers Sandy being like one of the best warriors that he know, like super aggressive, yada yada, and then he's like completely mellowed out. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a callback to when they did fight alongside the Monkey King.
That's so weird though, then, because like he just doesn't
I don't
mention it.
think
Like they're
so,
talking about the legends, and he's just like, "All right, get to work."
Yeah,
It is odd.
I don't think it'd be that.
I wanna
think it
address
is,
the-
but
Go on.
no. There's
Okay.
there's not really a. It's just gonna be a. Well, I think it's this way. Well, I think it's this way. Like
Yeah.
you can't really like.
The
settle that
very
for
premise
more
of that is very understated because they're going with a loose like connective tissue
Yeah.
because it's meant to use like recognizable imagery for fans of that tale, but not be like so intrinsic to it. It's very much a Bionicle G2 kind of situation where Bionicle G1 is Journey to the West.
I mean, but the thing is that like those stories aren't in the same universe though, because like I do like what they did with this in that they wanted to do something with Monkey Kid, but they didn't want to, I don't know, directly like rewrite the entire story. So
Yeah.
doing this whole thing in the future, which is like you said, they bring in recognizable aspects that for people that know of the legend, while still not bothering with what doesn't need fixing or anything. You know what I mean? It's good. I like that they're doing that.
The very start of the whole thing, it immediately hooks you, and I'm gonna be completely honest.
Oh yeah.
I am normally a very cynical person.
Really?
I'm normally a very critical person.
What?
Really?
I'm very focused on plot analysis.
Except for
I'm
Destiny.
very focused on plot holes. I'm very focused on overanalyzing and nitpicking. But I'm going to be completely honest and say that this show basically had its hooks into me within the first 2 minutes, no matter what the other 42 minutes entailed, solely because of the art direction and the animation.
I do like though, like you said, that
My
it doesn't really
God.
they don't really waste any of your time just getting right
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
everything that's going on, which I think is really nice because that's like the whole thing with like just getting into, for example, Ninjago or something, is just going through a lot of episodes and stuff. This here is just like, no, this is the guy, he does the stuff. These are baggers. Let's go. Let's have some fun. It's really
Full
great in that
throttle.
It's
aspect.
very very
Yeah, full
hyper.
throttle. Yeah. But you
It
need
is
that because
very-
people
it is
got
very
really,
hyper.
really short attention spans now. So you gotta throw it.
You gotta
Show
keep
it right
going.
away.
That's
Yeah,
possible.
like
I mean,
they show them right away. This is why you should continue watching.
It
stuff's happening,
introduces
stuff's
the
going on.
mythology that affects the world, but it does it in a high budget, bombastic, over the top anime fight scene which was one of the coolest things I've seen. And like, I'm gonna be real. I'm not one of the people who's like, Monkey Kid's gonna kill Ninjago. I don't want Monkey Kid to kill Ninjago. I will, however, say that I have always been an anime fan. I've always had a preference, a leaning towards 2D animation. And if anyone ever wants an example as to why, here you go. Basically, when I was doing the screenshots for this episode to get like an image gallery that we could cycle through on the video, I just kept like stopping, taking screenshots of stuff I didn't really need to, because every frame is just glorious. Every fight scene is beautifully animated. Everything flows together so wonderfully. The art style is just so perfect for what they're trying to do. I cannot praise it enough, and it is without a doubt in my mind my favorite visuals of anything Lego has ever done, sans the movies.
Oh yeah, definitely. As far as like TV shows go, this is the most visually interesting and captivating by far.
And like,
I say
that's
that as a
what I
person that
think.
hasn't seen Ninjago, though. I will say that. So there might be some gold in there, sprinkled in somewhere, but
There is.
yeah, but like I said, I like this. I like this sort of animation more, you know.
I mean, it's just very expressive, like not just with the faces, but in terms of the movements too.
And it's still just
Ninjago
like
took
Lego
a long
people.
time to get there, and they have recently. Their animation's taken a wonderful step up, but it took them a while because it's just Lego people flailing around. But this art style allows for much more expression. Yet they still look recognizably like Lego minifigures. It's not like they differentiate too much. You still got the hands, you still got the heads, you still got the everything.
The shaping.
The shaping generally, but it's like an actual human. They have actual expression. And I could fanboy over that for like an hour, but I mean that's all I'll say is that is my favorite aspect of the show. You could take any 3 seconds and make it into like a GIF. Take any frame and just show a screenshot of it, and like there's something cool happening.
That's like one thing we were talking about though, with like not having seen it in a month. I haven't watched it in like a month, but the visuals are so striking and like so ridiculous that I can definitely remember like a lot of what happened in those 40 minutes just thinking about like what I saw.
Yep.
And I mean that's what, at the end of the day, like that makes the products appealing. Like I would have no interest in the stupid bike and the stupid plane, but I see the scenes where it crashes into the dude, whose name escapes me, and then like when Meg kicks it and the bike comes out, and he's riding the bike along Demon Bull King's arm, and like that makes that set cool to me.
Yeah,
I want to buy the set now.
just for that.
Just for that. Versus a lot of sets that sometimes show up in Ninjago and other properties where it's like they're almost just token and they don't really do anything remarkable, and then they leave.
Yeah, that I thought was cool, is that like the vehicles are very recognizable in terms of what they represent, and like the actual functions of the sets themselves
Are applied to.
because like literally I want to say this is like, I love when Lego goes really meta with the whole they make like the just any aspects of that is just self-referencing, etc. I think is really cool. And the writing, like, I thought was really clever, but then when the joke from the Red Sun popped up, the like he drives something that has at least one complex transformation. That is so hilarious because that references like so many Lego products, and it like works in universe and the meta aspect. I thought that line was just genius. Like whoever
I loved the
wrote that line, amazing.
Yeah.
I love the one where he found the aircraft in the shipping crate, and he's like, "It can't be too hard. It's ages 8 and up."
Oh, so good. So good. I guess that's a good bridge to talking about the humor, which was also
Humor's
excellent.
great. Yeah.
I'm gonna say 3 words, and then I'm gonna walk away. Shoe store scene.
What did you say? Shoe store? What?
The shoe store scene.
Oh,
The guy at the shoe store.
Because he becomes powerful if he has something that's like
Super unique, right?
yeah,
Super rare.
Yeah.
he only has one of a kind.
Oh man, He's
No
just a
one's better than
consumer,
you.
man. You know.
And they're like, how are we gonna find where the Demon Bull King went? I was like, oh look, it's on this app right now. People are posting
Yeah.
about it.
DBK at the store. And then we have what might be like the greatest frame in anything I've ever seen.
Oh.
He's got the swag shoes. What's the dude's name? The son? Red Sun?
Red
Yeah.
Sun.
Easy to
Yeah.
remember. He's awesome too.
Yeah, it's just a lot of like cultural references that like I think will like age pretty well because they're not like super integrated, but like you're all just like you're picking up like with the phones at the shoe store. But yeah, it is clever and cool writing. I like it. It's funny.
Done
Like
very well.
none of the comedy felt like it was talking down, I guess. Like sometimes I get that vibe with Lego cartoons or cartoons in general, where it's very lowbrow comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really get that at all from this.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it was directed at kids. It felt like it was just comedy to
Yeah.
actually be funny.
Like it's not like there was any adult comedy either, but it was just it didn't skew too far in like one direction, which is very easy to do sometimes.
I think they did pretty well because I do feel like a lot of the characters are definitely tropes, like especially with the choice of voices, like Pigsy's voice or like Red Sun having like the nasally, like kind of wimpy bad guy kind of voice kind of thing, you know. But I think they still like really honed in like utilizing those voices effectively and not just using them for cheap gags.
Isn't the Toonami guy voice in this?
I think
I
he's
feel
the
like I
Demon Bull
recognize
King.
that voice.
Steve
Yeah.
Blum as the Demon Bull King reportedly.
Yeah.
Reported.
I need to check
Didn't
that
see him
just
on
to
the
be
list.
sure because
Didn't see him on the list, but it definitely sounds like him.
it sounds like him so much. Like I'm just like, oh wait, are we watching Cowboy Bebop? It's like, what?
The voice cast for the English dub was excellent. I loved basically everybody. Special shout out to Sandy because I know him from One Piece and Danganronpa. mad respect. But I think everybody worked out pretty well. Like production values, that's basically the one thing I can't criticize. Like across the whole range, like the artwork, the animation, the voice acting, the music, the comedy, like, it all worked pretty well. There's some points we could probably criticize in the realm of the story. But even I think that for an introductory, for a pilot, you know, I just compare it to the Ninjago pilots or the Chima pilot or the Nexo Knights pilot or the Hero Factory pilot. And it's like it's in another galaxy of quality. There's
They
always
probably
the chance.
learned from previous iterations then. So
I would
this
certainly
seems like
hope
so this you would say that this is a leap as far as Lego TV shows go.
I would say it's the strongest start that they've ever had.
Yeah, still, it needs to still be critical. We don't know what if this will just be another super mega filler the episodes. Yeah,
that is the number one
fight of the
concern.
week.
It's the number one concern that I have seen from people, and I do share it myself. Nikon points it out quite well in the chat. He says, I'm worried they'll follow it up with an entire season of filler like Chima. That's what happened. They told the entire story on the first 2 episodes, made an entire season of nothing, then repeated the beginning in the season finale, which is very accurate. That is exactly what happened with Chima, in a very similar case to this. A series where it aired its pilot, and there were months of a gap between that and the actual series starting. So there is that concern. And it's also concerning because unlike Chima, this show is 2D. It has a much higher, there's a lot that goes into a show like this, and there's an understandable concern that if it does balloon into a full season, that we could get quality drop off if the budget can't sustain the same level of animation quality. And I do not want that. Like the beauty of the 3D shows like Ninjago or Chima or any of the other Lego shows is that, you know, once they have those models and they have that set up, like it's not like the visuals are going to vary too much from episode to episode because it's all set in the same spectrum. But with 2D, that's a little bit different. Anybody who watches anime will be able to tell you it's a little bit different. The same principles will apply here.
I'm pretty positive in regards to episodes though, because like with the little we've seen of like sets coming past this first wave, we're seeing a lot of different villains. So maybe
Which means it's not going to
Monster
be
of the
using
Week.
the bulls for the whole like 20 episodes or whatever.
Well, that's
We're
good
gonna
though,
have different
variety
villains.
and stuff happening, you know. But like,
That is
we
the
might,
thing that's given me the most faith.
Yeah.
yeah, because like I mean, if they're getting a lot of villains in on this, then maybe Monster of the Week type series, you know, that would
That
be
could work.
Yeah,
something.
it's possible.
That could work.
Maybe
I mean,
every-
I could also see it happening that they only do like some episodes every time a wave comes out, like just a couple,
Yeah.
kind of like what we just saw. Because, like the few people here that have actually seen the documentary, again, like I always like citing where the writer brings up how he wanted to do like, oh, maybe let's do an episode where they do a race on the Great Wall. And one thing that they did show, like we do know in the next wave that like another car set is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I could see them only timing the episodes to be like specials anytime a new wave comes out, but we'll see.
I mean, I could be down with that if they decide to do it. I never had a problem with Your Factory when they did it like that. It was just that they did not market when the episodes were coming out. No one had any clue, and they also did not have any continuity between them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just kind of showed up and were there.
They showed up, resolved within their one episode, and then just kind of went away. So I never got the sense that something was growing. Versus Ninjago, which can tell a season of like 10 episodes in a row, and they might not be, you know, individually the greatest thing ever, but they do tell a story that has like a beginning, middle, and end. But I'm fine with either. Like in principle, it's just gonna depend on how it's executed, of course. We can talk about writing. I feel with the characters specifically, I love them all despite their tropey nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I
I agree with
mean,
you.
I'm also on like the little bit of this side of just like there's so many ideas that just been done over and over again, so it's more up to like their interpretation and like their twist on it, and like I quite like, you know, that there, like you said, there's a lot of recognizable tropes, but like you said, like all the characters, I mean, they serve their purpose. They're very very clear as to what they're all about, you know, and yeah. I mean, it's just a lot of fun. It feels fresh, but at the same time, it feels like a lot of those like old cartoons that I see on TV, but you know, with this very much more energetic art style to it.
Animation. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I like it. I like the what's her name? What's her name?
May.
No, not May. May's all right, but I like the Bull Queen or yeah. I want to know though, because like this thing confuses me though. All right, like I might not just know enough about the lore in this case, but like they say it's like very long time ago, and then the Bull Kim gets like smashed and trapped or whatever. But then, like, there's the son, and you know Princess Iron Fan, and they're just kind of, and they look human, and they're just kind of they kind of come around as if like that happened like a couple of years ago.
And this is why I think that those characters like Pigsy and Sandy aren't descendants, because if those guys didn't like age significantly, I can believe that neither did the good guys. Like I could see that they just moved on and dropped in. Now they're kind of like pretending that they weren't like involved with what happened back then. I'm not sure.
How long do they say how long it takes since like the Monkie Kid you know kicked do they say just like really long time ago? Is that it?
Basically, they long enough to develop the entire city over the mountain.
Yeah. So like, how old is the Red Sun and you know, Mama Bull King? You know.
I think it's just hand wave. They're not quite human. They don't age the same way we do.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like
There's two things.
Are we going into the realm of thinking too hard? It's a kids show.
Yes.
Well, number one, Magic Ninja says she actually did a bit of research, and Pigsy happens to be the name of Zhu Baiji in many English versions of Journey to the West, which is the pig. But secondarily,
or not?
I mean, it's still open to interpretation, but that's certainly a point that like is more in favor.
I'm Pigsy. I'm the 10th one named Pigsy since the original Pigsy that fought with Monkey King.
Keep
now
Still be alive as well.
The thing with aging is I would temper
his father who won it from a friend in a game of mahjong.
I would temper your expectations on getting concrete answers about the aging.
Yeah.
Simply because Ninjago's been around for 10 years and we still are waiting on the answer to Wu and Garmadon's aging. And like that's also weird. And I don't think we're I don't think we're gonna get that.
The movie poked at that. That was a funny, like that whole part in Ninjago movie where they ask about Garmadon's age and stuff is freaking hilarious.
Yeah, because
But-
like Wu and Garmadon are supposed to be brothers who were around at the same time as everybody else, but like they've aged like a lot, but yet they're also like still totally fine. It's kind of weird. I think this might well be a similar case, unless they actually flesh out the world. And that's another complaint I've seen is that the world, like the story premise and the characters and the plot, I've seen people say don't feel like they're set up for a series. There wasn't enough like introductory groundwork laid out to make everybody interesting and to make the story feel, like, oh, you're really interested, you're really invested, you get really gripped into what's going on. It felt more like a one and done special.
Yeah.
I would say
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I would just say temper that comparison, because I guarantee that if you could wipe your brain of your knowledge of any other piece of Lego storytelling media and just take it back to like the very beginning, with the sole exception of Monog, you're probably going to have the same effect. Definitely with Ninjago. Like Cole, Zane, and Jay just drop out of nowhere. We don't really know like anything about them other than that they're also students, and we only get like basic surface level glimpses of their personality.
Mhm.
Nia isn't even really a character at that point. She's just a plot device that Kai must save, and the conflict of the world was barely even touched upon. We just knew there were weapons, dragons, and an underworld. And in this show, we know there's like mythology, we know there's the city, we know there's like the mountain, there's these different locations. So I think it's fairly equivalent.
Yeah.
We just have to let it breathe. And what were you gonna say, Zach?
I was going to say at the same time, like building off of that point, there is obviously room for expanding and explaining everything, but I wouldn't mind if this was just a well done, every set wave that comes out, they just do a one off episode just like this for portraying the story of that wave. Especially if they can get this level of quality out of just doing the one and dones per set wave, I personally would advocate for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I see a lot of people expecting this to conform to like Ninjago's storytelling style, just because it's like, I guess just because people have this notion in their heads that it's going to be the Ninjago killer. Like, it doesn't have to be good.
Mhm.
I think can coexist, and there's also the thing is that like I don't really think they're competing, because like Monkie Kid is just like the sets themselves aren't even sold. Like it's
Everywhere.
only in like Lego brand stores outside of China.
Mhm.
Is that how it is?
It's not. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think it's meant to beat out Ninjago anywhere else but China.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
definitely their intention in China is to be like the Lego theme, but outside I don't think so.
So like whenever people see a story theme, they expect it to like match up to what we have as high affinity story driven Lego fans, what we view to be like the end all be all, which is Bionicle, and to a lesser extent, for some people Ninjago carries the torch of the modern era. But like I am fine with them experimenting with different types of story that could also be good. Like Hero Factory, when that was going on, totally fine with the episodic story that integrated things from like real world and fourth wall breaks and meta references and the Hero Factory FM and the call center where kids could call in and have their stuff become like canon because it's a galaxy where anything could happen.
Yeah.
That was an extreme version of like walking away from what Bionicle did, but I think there's some merit to the concept of maybe something in between, something that tells a continuous story, but
Some
that
good takeaways.
it doesn't necessarily have to be hyper specific. Here's the clearly defined rules for everything and the mythology and the lore perfectly explained out, so you can make the Monkie Kid wiki and have everything track back to a singular date range.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be that to be good.
Not every story needs like specific story beats or an in-depth backstory. Sometimes stories are just fun for the sake of being fun, and I think this has the potential to maintain what it has already established in the episode that we've seen.
I need my Monkey King Wikia.
So how many? So who here has any Monkey Kid stats?
I was trying to buy one, but they weren't in stock.
Okay.
Even one of the
I think LG's the only one.
Eventually.
LJ, you got a
Yeah.
Monkey Kid set?
Yeah, and I have one.
I will eventually get one.
All right. So you have one. Any of you guys felt like you wanted to buy a Monkey Kid set other than Meso, like after you watched? Because I know Meso
yeah,
did.
I mean, I wanted to buy them way before.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I mean, I also agree. Like I really want to collect the minifigures because like I don't want, like, for example, the Bull King. I want one of those sets just because they're so colorful and look like really just really fun, honestly. Because like with all the functions and stuff. And shout out to like Nick on Planet Ripple. If you want to check out all the sets, you don't want to like buy them. He has like a huge video where he shows like all the functions, all the details and everything. So like I went straight to that video after watching the show, honestly. So I think it does that well in that, like, because I also have the comparison between like Ninjago, in that like we discussed this one time, like a lot of the stuff, like what you see in the show doesn't translate well to the set. I feel like this show does that so much better than any other show.
They embrace the product placement. No.
What's it called? Did all the sets make an appearance? I don't remember.
Pretty sure, yes.
Even old, like the different cars and stuff.
I'm asking specifically like the food truck and the
food truck was definitely in there.
Food truck showed up. The HQ did.
So,
both mechs, the May bike. I know Red Sun's car had the transformation feature.
And the plane bike thing as well.
I think the big one, the one that Elge has, I think that showed up closer to the end.
All right, so everything did show up to some capacity, which is good.
Which again, it builds to the concern a lot of people have, which is that shows that they either don't know yet or they didn't intend to have a full series because they're trying to like check all their boxes in the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, that's where the other sets having other things kind of comes into play. Other characters, other vehicles. We did not see Pigsy's tactical rake, sadly.
All right, failure.
Rest in peace. Time for Monkey to get canceled with another rake.
Pigsy Kid.
Did I even watch that spinoff?
I would too.
Honestly, Pigsy's just in competition with the other like food guy.
Oh yeah.
I'm the Pigsy Kid. No, it's really good. So I mean that's kind of the point I was making about the characters. It's like they're like, I get why some people were like, okay, I didn't really know what was going on. Like Prentice said that he was like the story felt rushed. I didn't know who the characters were. And I mean, like, that is technically true. I don't disagree. But I think that compared to their contemporaries, I have a better grasp of the personality traits that will separate these guys and add to their team dynamic than I did about any other Lego theme sans Bionicle at the start, including Ninjago. Now, you could make the argument that because Lego has gotten better with characterization and things like Ninjago, they should use that as a springboard for Monkey Kid and other themes, and maybe not start at the same place those did, and maybe try to start further along. But there are limits to what you can do in a limited runtime. You can't give every character a tragic backstory flashback. You can't give every character personal motivation. But what you can do is introduce just enough of them to where you can then take that and you can be like, okay, where can they go from here? And already, like Pigsy, he's going to be like the stern guy who is just trying to run his business, but he keeps getting like roped into all these crazy adventures and he gets exasperated, and that's funny, but he also like cares about MK and he wants to protect him because he's like a father figure. And that's where like his story is going to play. Sandy is going to be like, oh, I want to be like peaceful and nice, but if my friends are threatened, then I'm going to lose my mind and he's going to go crazy. So maybe we can explore what made him, want to retreat from the fighting lifestyle in the first place. Maybe he lost somebody. Maybe he could protect them. I don't know.
And we're going to see the murderous side of May.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to know. She's the one I feel like was the most shallow.
Yeah.
I kept waiting for something more to happen with her, and they kept like teasing that she's like a super epic, but they never actually followed up on it.
Yeah, they like cut her scene short where she's about to do something cool, and then MK just like barges in with whatever like vehicle he had, or yeah, the mech. But
So we have a good grasp of everyone's personalities, except maybe Glasses Guy, whose name escapes me.
Mr. Chen.
Mr. Chen.
Why does not he have a minifigure? He seemed cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he's like a main cast as well.
Realize. Actually, I didn't realize he didn't have a minifigure. What do you know?
I'm just kidding, Mr. Tang.
It is kind of weird.
It's one of the two like easy names.
Mr. Tang.
Yeah, maybe it's Mr. Tang.
Bizarre, yeah, no. Well, I mean, I guess isn't he just mainly the
It's
the
him.
mouthpiece to give the past?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the one that
Past
like
legend.
fills MK's head with like Monkey Kid
The
stories.
legends and all that. So
He's one of my favorite characters, though, because
he'll
like
probably get a.
he just wants free noodles.
Yeah, he's just scamming him out of free noodles. Yo, I'll tell you a story. Give me free food.
Yeah.
Could be completely fake. You wouldn't know.
Yeah, but I mean, like he's the only one I feel like fits that bill. Everybody else, like, we don't know their past, but we know their personalities very well defined.
Yeah.
And they fit into the team dynamic in terms of at least like fighting the bad guys.
Yeah.
You know, like Sandy has the tech and the strength, and Pigsy has the knowledge, and then May is just like the super fast, like agile person. They all have a role to play, but like we could learn more about their individual skill sets and what their lives are like. But I mean, that's all. I don't fault that as a critique on the pilot. I just say like, hey, that's where we can go in the future.
Exactly.
That's justification for a series.
I'm just, hoping it doesn't remain, what's it called, in limbo, and we actually learn some things later.
Mm-hmm.
Because it'd be nice to know, like, okay, we'll get an episode in X amount of months. We'll know when it's going to premiere in the US or whatever. It'd be nice to, like, have that, but obviously stuff like what Ninjago has, like, horrible airing times, right?
Yeah, we don't really ever know what's up with Ninjago. They premiere it at random times in random countries. They usually take weeks, but this time they aired the entire season in basically 1 week.
Well then.
Meanwhile, with Monkie Kid, we don't even know if or when that's getting picked up. So, like, to take a look at Chima, how their air dates went, just for purposes of discussion, is the pilot premiered on January 16th, 2013, which, first of all, wow, 7.5 years since Chiba pilots aired. I feel old. Secondly,
Yeah, me too.
we had a 2.5 month break between the pilot and the first episode of the actual series, episode 3, which aired on March 27th.
Okay.
Then we had a 4-month break between that and episode 4, which aired on July 17th, and then they became weekly
Okay.
from that point on.
Huh.
So right now, these episodes, I don't know, like, specifically when they aired. All we have to go off of is, when the English episodes are uploaded to YouTube, which was June 15th. At least this one. I think they were up before then, because I vaguely remember us watching them on another upload that got deleted.
Yeah.
So we'll say, June, which means we could be looking at like a September wait time for the next episode if tradition repeats.
Yeah. We don't even know what network picked them up here in the US. So
yeah, I have no clue where they
Probably.
aired. Like,
Yeah.
someone could find out and let us know.
Yeah, that
That
would
would
be very helpful.
help, because I literally do not know where these were aired.
Yeah, because there's not even a logo or anything we can trace back. And it's fun.
They were just put on YouTube.
Yeah. It's just bizarre to me.
It has to be like Nick or something.
No, they have the obnoxious orange logo on the corner. It would be there.
Uh,
Yeah. So
Dakota says, I think it aired in Malaysia, the English version.
That would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
None of this, like Singapore, Malaysia.
That's possible.
Fair.
because they do speak English there too, as well as Chinese.
That would make sense. Because, yeah, the upload we saw was the same one that had the subtitles as well. That would make sense, I guess. I don't know. Old, you've been quiet. What do you think about Monkie Kid? Monkey.
I mean, I echo basically everything you guys are saying. I don't really have anything to add.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot we can really say either. Yeah, I mean, we've gone through everything. We're kind of all waiting for, another episode or anything. Be nice.
There's no info, anything on next
Nothing.
episode.
No,
Literally nothing.
there's
That's what I
definitely
meant.
more, but we don't know in what form.
Yeah,
That's what I meant. I was hoping, like, by the time we started this, that we would at least have, like, a roadmap. Because, like, I mean, we have cool music, we have cool visuals, and it literally could be, like, 6 months before we do another one. Like, we don't know. But, I mean, I guess it's good to be prepared.
yeah.
MonkieCast will return.
That's the problem with Lego shows, and it's why they're sometimes hard to get into. They act as a vessel to promote the sets. How are they going to promote the sets if they just drop them at random times with no indicator? Like everyone always says, don't pirate the Lego shows. Don't watch them on YouTube. Watch them on TV. How? Ninjago Prime Empire just started airing in the U.S. Cartoon Network like last week. Those sets came out in January.
Really?
The sets came out in January. The next wave is out in a week. So that's the other thing. People are like, Monkie Kid is going to be great. Monkie Kid's going to be the best thing ever. The quality speaks for it, but will it carve out enough of that like fan base to sustain it past the length of a usual, 3-year or 3-wave, action theme? I don't know. I think it could, but I think it's a little bit preemptive to, dance and party in the streets saying that it's the Ninjago killer. Ninjago's going to die because Ninjago at least has like an integrated, cultivated fan base. Monkie Kid is like, if they don't promote it well enough in most markets to where people can actually get behind it, will its range ever expand past China? That is my question. And I do not know.
Watch.
I hope so.
The show's going to continue, but only in China, and we're either going to have to find some Chinese fans that can translate it for us, or we're going to have to rely on auto-translate to give us some big idea of what happened.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I can watch sick animation without knowing what's going on. I'll have fun.
We're just gonna make up what happens.
Yeah. Okay, I think this is what
Monkey
happened.
Kid abridged.
The fan dub, yes.
Like, we'll take care of that.
That'd be funny, actually. So, in short, if I had to give like a concluding statement, we can all agree it's awesome.
Yes.
We all love it.
I like it.
The problems it may or may not have are too early to really say they are problems yet, if that makes any sense. Like, people are going into it with a critical eye. Some people are, and I respect that. Trust me. I get it. But the reason I can't really do that is because, for all I know, like, it's just part of the plan. It's just par for the course of pilots. Like, you have to pitch a pilot to greenlight a series.
Yep.
So your pilot has to have all the elements that like can then be expanded upon later on, but it can't reveal too much because at that point you're just making a movie and you're not making a pitch for a series.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if this was the Monkie Kid movie and I was criticized, I'm going to be like, okay, yeah, we learned nothing about any of the characters. The plot was resolved super fast. Everybody was just tropes. They just show up out of nowhere. Rushed story, etc. But it's episode 1 of blank.
Yep.
I guess 2 of blank.
We don't even know how many episodes.
No, we don't know anything.
Oh man, we're all in the dark. Aren't we?
How long was it between like the Ninjago pilot and the show being picked up?
Okay, that's a good question. I know that was much sooner than Chima, I believe, because I definitely recall the. Like, I didn't watch Ninjago when it came out, but I was following the community. It definitely wasn't that long. They premiered in Nevermind.
Okay.
So if I'm seeing this correctly, it looks like season 11 came out. It's not season 11. Duh. Season 0, the pilot, aired in January 14th, 2011.
Okay.
And season 1 did not start until December 2nd, 2011.
All right. See you next
All right.
year.
We'll
So
see you
that-
guys in a year.
Not only was it as bad, it was 6 times as bad. 12-month wait.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, for an animation style like this, plus they're trying to get a
Yeah, it could be a
studio.
while.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be probably about the same.
Oh boy.
But I'm glad that they put like so much.
Yeah, they
budget
put so much
into
effort into
making
it.
this
Oh no,
happen,
yeah, and we
even
can
in
see all.
English.
Yeah, we can see all the sets. We can get a grasp of the story, the characters, and all that. You know, I mean, that's fine with me. It's nice.
I don't know why
And
I
if-
thought it would have been the reverse, because that makes sense why Chima was so short. Is because they were doing it based on the expectation that it would go to series
Yeah,
because of Ninjago's popularity, but they didn't know it was Ninjago.
yeah,
Dang. Yeah, I mean, for what it is, it's fine.
yeah.
I love it to death. I think it's excellent.
We'll see you guys in a year. Don't worry, I promise that.
Monkey will return.
Monkey will return in a year.
Will return.
I'm just hopeful that the animation quality doesn't go down, or they have to swap voice actors or anything, because I really liked how it was handled. The
I don't like
visuals,
banking all my Lego chips on like one thing.
I
As
agree.
much as I love Ninjago and Bionicle,
Mhm.
I like diversity in things. I like it when there's multiple things going on at once.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, it's nice.
So please don't botch it, Lego. Please, I'm begging you. Grant me this. Grant me successful Monkey Kid.
Wait, is Nickelodeon still airing that other Lego show, or did that stop?
Which one?
Lego
show?
City Adventures.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's a funny show.
I think it got
Yeah,
a
I like
season
that.
2.
Is that thing Ripperoni or is it still going?
Yeah, I haven't heard anything since it came out. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
me
follow
neither.
Lego City.
Anybody
Yeah,
know?
okay. Sakota says season 2 is coming. Okay, thank you.
Ooh.
So
Season
I guess
2.
it would be. I mean, there's what 3 big networks, right? Disney, Nickelodeon, and Cartoon Network. Any of them can pick the show up.
It's still ongoing. Season 2 premiered in
Okay.
March. There's going to be a new episode on August 2nd.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah.
That's really good. All right.
Overall,
Mhm.
good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful.
Thank you, Lego, for such a good debut.
Yeah.
Hopefully it sticks.
Hopefully it keeps going, and it's not just radio silence.
Zach, do you have
Yeah.
any closing thoughts?
Yeah.
I echo the same sentiments. I really liked it. I don't want to see more of it.
Nice.
Keep
Good
the
sentiment.
cast, please. Keep dropping money on those people.
All of them.
I recognize so many
Great
people.
voice actors.
It's super stacked. It is so stacked. How
It's
many
good.
big names they got for this?
It's crazy, yeah, and it's like impressive. I think that really elevates it, right? It giving each character their own personality and unique look, makes me like, hey man, maybe I do kind of want to buy that one set just for that one guy.
Maybe
And then
I
I'm
will
like,
find the money.
That's very expensive, but still,
Give me my
I like
Mr.
them.
Tang set.
Don't worry, Wave 3.
Mr. Tang's freeloading noodle set.
Yeah,
All right. I think that's about it for
yeah.
today.
I think there's nowhere else to go.
There's no need to prolong it
unless-
needlessly.
Look, unless like Lego drops something right now, that's it.
Holy
really.
moly! There.
Oh,
it is.
right now, look at.
I
It'd be
wish.
funny though. That'd be unique. All right. Yeah, no, it was good.
Yeah, like
All right, Elge. Let us go ahead
Yeah,
and
I think it's time to wrap up. Yeah.
and wrap this up.
Time for the MonkieCast to end.
Real quick, we did get a super chat very early on. It's from Gam, $5, with the message, a $5 for LJ realizing that May is basically just a Power Ranger, or basically just the Green Ranger from Mighty Morphin. Yeah.
Nice.
where does she get her stuff anyway? Is she just like that's just her job? She's just like a Power Ranger?
Like I
I feel like
said,
that-
she's the most vague.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I hope they elaborate more on her.
Me too. She's fine.
That scene where the staff just narrowly misses impaling her face. That was great.
Pretty epic.
Her blank, unflinching expression. That
All right.
Okay.
All right, that
also-
sounds good.
So for next time,
Go
if anyone here in the YouTube live chat comes back, yes, we read the chat. We watch all the chat.
Indeed.
Nice.
So, all right, that'll do it. Thank you all so very much for listening. Hopefully you enjoyed. Leave your thoughts on Monkey Kid either in the comments below, or head on over to the TTV message boards at board.ttvchannel.com. Got to be 13 years or older and read the rules and follow them, please. We're currently wrapping up a contest. First Bionicle G1 canonization contest we've held for Helrix. Voting is going to be starting pretty soon for the art portion. Then, head on over to Patreon, patreon.com/TTVchannel. Lowest dollar a month. You can join our Discord server as well as our Minecraft server, where you can explore the islands of Matanui and Voinui with more to come. Finally, Twitter, at the LJ Johnson, at Besnack, at Envy, I don't remember yours, and I don't know the other two.
TTV_Invictus.
I meant to just say at the TTV channel and our individual ones, so. And that'll do it.
All right.
I don't really have outro music, I'm not even going to bother. So,
Fair enough.
That's perfectly fine, man.
yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for
Thank
tuning
you for
in.
tuning in.
I hope we return soon. We will hopefully be back. Fare thee well, everyone.
Have a good day, everybody. Or night.
Adios.